The legislature finally agreed on a major bonding bill to pay for more than $1.8 billion in public works projects across the state. For months, partisan gridlock delayed any agreement, but in the end, the deal included several projects in the North Metro. One is $16 million for renovations at Anoka Ramsey Community College that will pay to update classrooms in the nursing and business building on the Coon Rapids campus. That includes new technology and simulation labs for nursing students. This could help increase the enrollment of the nursing program by as much as 50%, and that could make it one of the largest nursing programs in Minnesota. The National Sports Center in Blaine also received some bonding money from St. Paul. As Mike Johnson reports, it had been on the request list for as long as 12 years.
With 55 soccer fields and a golf course to care for, the National Sports Center had asked for $5 million 12 years ago for a maintenance building to care for equipment needed to maintain everything. This year, they received $3 million for a scaled-back version.
If we didn't have that type of maintenance facility, we wouldn't have the quality of grass and turf products and facilities that we do have that people from all over the country and all over the world would travel to participate on. So it's one of those key pieces that isn't very attractive, but it's very needed.
Neil Ladd is the Deputy Executive Director of the National Sports Center. He says the center has approached reopening events very cautiously during the COVID pandemic, even though those events bring income to keep the center running. The idea is to bring events slowly back online while following state guidelines and keeping as many full-time people employed as possible. A fall soccer tournament happened, but it was trimmed back.
We've taken Fall Cup from a 400-plus team tournament down to about 180 teams this fall. We did it over 2 weekends, socially distanced, masked, the whole 9 yards. But from a financial perspective, we were able to make it through.
Separate from the bonding bill, the Sports Center is also investing in the future. With the help of a sponsor, they're about to open a huge seasonal sports dome.
We're excited about it because not only is it a nice new indoor space, but it's actually the largest in North America, volume-wise. It's 110 feet tall.
Todd Johnson says it's so big it should give fans and players a real wow factor when they walk in.
It's a really big step, and it's one that we knew we had to take, especially in the North Metro area. There are not that many areas for indoor space, especially at this size.
It has an 80-yard by 120-yard soccer field and enough room for an NCAA-sized softball field. The number of fans will be limited for COVID safety, but Johnson says the amount of air movement inside should also help. He says the bubble is an important move for the future.
You know, obviously, I would not be telling the truth if I didn't say that there was a little bit of trepidation going ahead with this during the middle of a pandemic. But I think, a few of us got together and our board, and we sat down and thought it through and said, if we don't believe in our future, who does?
The bubble should be open for teams in November after final work is completed. For North Metro TV News, I'm Mike Johnson reporting.
The bubble should be open for teams in November after all of the work is completed.